And Judge Walther is here too.
Yes, for the options, yes. Good morning. Sorry, we're running a couple minutes late. Today is the Friday, November 7th, 2025 regular meeting of Lorain County Board of Commissioners. We will begin the meeting with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Riddell.
Here.
Commissioner Moore.
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher. Under today, we have a proclamation proclaiming November 15, 2025 as America Recycles Day, and Brandy Schnell and Thomas Patrick's here.
Yes.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning, Brad.
My name is Brandy Schnell, and I am the Special Projects Manager for the Lorain County Solid Waste Management District. So thank you for the proclamation on behalf of the Solid Waste Director Thomas Patrick and our team. And thank you for your continued support of recycling and waste reduction efforts throughout the county. America Recycles Day is celebrated nationally on November 15th. It's the only day dedicated to promoting and celebrating exclusively recycling across the United States. It's an opportunity to remind everyone that recycling is one of the simplest and most effective actions that we can take just on a individual basis at our house and at our businesses to help conserve our resources. And one of the things that we do, it's a pretty big resource that we have here in Lorain County that the commissioners are able to provide through the Solid Waste Department, is the Lorain County Collection Center here in Elyria, which allows residents to drive through and drop off household hazardous waste, electronics, paper for shredding, your regular household recyclables if you don't have access to curbside recycling. And this is a service that is offered year-round. Mondays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., Wednesdays 12 to 6 p.m., and Saturdays 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You drive through, you drop off. It's over on South Abbey Road here in Elyria, and it is a easy, convenient, free way for Lorain County residents to dispose of these materials. And I have been to lots of different solid waste districts across the state, and I can say without a shadow of a doubt, we are the best. So definitely take advantage of that facility. I also wanted to announce that we are going to be launching a special plastic bag recycling collection program beginning on America Recycles Day, which is November 15th. That day does not change. It is always November 15th every year. And so schools are going to have the opportunity to benefit from this special collection. We will continue to collect the plastic bags moving forward, but this special initiative is going to start on November 15th. Residents, businesses, individuals can bring in their plastic grocery bags. I would recommend getting a bunch of them together when you bring them in, because it's going to be by weight. Coming in on one of our normal business days that I've already mentioned. And when you bring them in, they're going to be tagged and weighed. You can tell the attendant which school you want those bags to be attributed to. And at the end of the year, so it's going to go through the end of the year, the top 3 schools who have the most plastic bags by weight will be getting a prize, and those prizes will include items made from plastic lumber that will benefit the students. So it could be, benches or possibly a piece of playground equipment. It could be a picnic table. So it'll be something that benefits the students. So we will be putting out a press release. We will be putting that on our social media and our website, and that will be kicking off on November 15th and going through the end of the year. So gather those plastic grocery bags and bring them to the collection center, and they will be tagged and weighed. So that's something that we are doing in conjunction with America Recycles Day to kick it off. So thank you so much, and thank you for this proclamation. We're really appreciative of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, that proclamation, since you did such a great job with your presentation, I'm gonna shorten the reading of the proclamation because you covered much of it already. But whereas each year the United States generates more than 792 million tons of municipal solid waste, more than 4.5 pounds per person per day. Whereas according to the EPA, our nation has reached an overall recycling and composting rate of 32.1% each year, which diverts 93 million tons of material to a special second big use instead of the landfill, with 69 million tons being recycled and 25 million tons being composted. Saves energy equivalent to that assumed by more than 10 million U.S. households in 1 year, and supports the economy, generating 681,000 jobs, 37.8 billion in wages, and 5.5 billion in tax revenue. Therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of Lorain County, Ohio, we hereby proclaim November 15th, 2025 as America Recycles Day in Lorain County, Ohio. Picture time?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Come on, Patrick. He was just afraid to come to the podium.
You want us to get closer?
Thank you.
Okay.
I think it's an appropriate time as we go to begin our budget talks for 2026, that solid waste does not consume $1 out of the general fund budget. They have moved over recent years to liberate themselves from the general fund, and they've done this with the cooperation of Republic Services out on Butternut Ridge Road, who pays a tipping fee to the county for every ton that goes across the scale into the landfill. That money funds the recycle center. It refunds the center to actually pull out the recyclables and send them on, funds all of our efforts. And so next week being that week where we're honoring recycling, you remember when you see one of those blue trucks to give the driver a wave, because they're doing a great job for us and relieving pressure on our county budget by funding our efforts to recycle. So thank you to the efforts that Thomas, at you and your crew, and a thank you to, since we're on TV, thank you to the guys and women over there at Republic Services.
Okay. The next proclamation is recognizing November as Children's Services Adoption Month in Lorain County, and Kristen Fox-Berkey, their director, is here. As well as
Morning.
Judge Walther.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for letting us be here today. I am Kristen Fox-Berkey. I am the Executive Director from Lorain County Children's Services. And thank you for proclaiming and recognizing November as National Adoption Month in Lorain County. At Lorain County Children's Services, we are very honored to stand beside the incredible families who've opened their hearts and their homes to children who are in need. Children who are in need of and deserve a safe, loving home and family. Adoption is truly about creating those forever connections and giving children not just a home, but also a family that believes in them and believes in their future. This month, we celebrate the children and youth whose journeys have led them to permanent loving families, as well as the parents, the caregivers, and the relatives who have stepped forward to make those dreams possible for those children. We'd also like to acknowledge the dedicated staff and the community partners who work tirelessly to make those connections for those children in need. Currently in Lorain County, there are children who are still waiting for their forever family. We hope this proclamation inspires more people to open up their homes to learn more about adoption and to consider how they can help ensure every child grows up in a safe, loving, and nurturing home. I'm very proud to say and happy to acknowledge that with us today, we have two of our wonderful adoptive families. With us, we have Daryl and Mary Swift. We have Lisa Roth with her son, Gabriel. And in addition, we also have the Honorable Judge James Walther, who's with us today. Judge Walther is a huge champion of adoptions, and he is the judge who oversees all of our adoptions. So we're very happy to have him here today. Thank you. Thank you again for your continued support of our agency, of our mission, and most importantly for the children and families who call Lorain County their home. Thank you.
Thank you. Question?
Yeah. It seems to be wondering about your budget. We're going to have budget hearings and everything coming up pretty soon. I heard that you may be requesting a levy for next year. Is that?
We're still evaluating.
Are
where
you
we are with
evaluating? Okay. Can I ask you this? Out of your total budget, how much of that's coming from property tax?
of our total budget?
Yeah.
Well, levy
Yeah, levy.
makes up 52% of our budget.
Okay. That's what-
52%.
As more and more people come up here, as you start to promote the good work that you're doing, and with all this, right now the polls are showing 60-40 to dissolve property taxes. So I figure my job is as people come up, whether or not, I agree or disagree, I think the public needs to see where some of these property taxes or levies are going and the good work that they're doing and helping families like what you brought today.
Right.
So I think, so knowing that 52% of it's coming from,
Right, 52% comes directly from local levy.
okay,
The other comes from state and some federal funding.
okay,
But
you-
with that 52%, we are able to provide a lot of services in the community.
right.
All the children who are in our care, we do have to support them. And we do that through levy funds, and we do it through state funds.
Right. Yeah, it's easy to say, hey, I don't want to pay property taxes, but I think if people start to see the benefits of what some of those levies do, I think it's important that we do that, so.
Well, I appreciate you
Yeah.
mentioning
Oh,
it
yeah.
today,
Oh, yeah.
Commissioner. Thank
If
you.
you don't mind, you want to have a photo with the families coming up for the
Yes, please.
Wait a
proclamation?
minute, I have a proclamation.
Oh, you have, oh, you
to
gotta read it? Okay.
read. Wait a
We
minute.
will wait.
It's
Wait a
always-
minute.
It's always about you.
I'm gonna put the exclamation
Okay.
point on her presentation.
Well, you shouldn't have asked me to talk.
I'll remember that.
Okay.
In the matter of recognizing November 2025 as National Adoption Month in Lorain County, whereas in Lorain County there are currently 237 children residing in foster homes placed in kinship caregivers or living in congregate care settings, and whereas 23 children in Lorain County are currently seeking permanency within a family through adoption. And whereas over the past year, 22 children in Lorain County were adopted with an average time of in custody of 21 months before their adoptions were finalized. Whereas older youth, particularly those aged 16 and above, remain at significant risk of aging out of foster care without the lifelong support of a permanent family. Be it resolved, the Lorain County Board of Commissioners, we do hereby proclaim November 2025 as National Adoption Month in Lorain County, Ohio. Witness our signatures today.
Thank you.
You want to come on up, the
No.
families? Oh, no, Judge, you want to come on up? I mean,
Bring the families in.
yeah. Nobody ever wants to stay.
Okay, under number 1, resolutions, investments.
Move to approve.
Second? I
Discussion.
forgot Marty's not here.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 5, requisitions.
And can we have the second page, Victor? Thank you.
Move to approve pages 1 and 2.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
God damn.
This is page 1 of 4 pages. Page 2, please. Page 3.
Special revenue funds? Page 4?
Move to approve pages 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of public employee or official along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G1 through 8. Unless expressly stated otherwise during executive session, matters discussed in executive session are designated by the county commissioners as confidential. Because of the confidentiality of such matters is necessary for the proper conduct of government business, any disclosure outside of executive session is prohibited by Ohio Revised Code 102.03B. While in executive session, the county commissioners may discuss and deliberate if the matter is at issue, but no votes may be taken until open session resumes.
And looks like we'll be going into exec today.
We
so.
will.
C, public comment on agenda items.
One question, Rita? Yes. You listed mega site as an agenda item, but I don't see anything with that on the agenda, so do you see something I don't see?
She says number 11 right there. Item number 11. And she probably wants to talk about mega site on public comment too. So that's how I'd take it, right, Rita? Yes. Okay.
Okay, this is not really pertaining to did you intend to speak on in both sections? Because number 11 has to do with the sewer project, not the mega site itself.
Yeah, so she wants to
Yeah.
talk.
So you want to then approach the podium.
That's how I took it.
Good morning, and thank you for your time.
Good morning.
Under this, under this item, the sewer issues is part and parcel of the expansion and the dedicated areas for that mega site. I think I speak for more than just myself, for a lot of the people in the townships, that we are not happy with the lack of transparency and openness in these discussions. We'll continue at the end of the session.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Eric Flynn?
Eric Flynn, Penfield Township trustee. The same thing, following along with Rita there. Good morning, thank you for your time, but also as a trustee representing the rural local communities, it's really hard to talk to your residents when a project like this gets, without bringing us to the table to sit with you guys and discuss on options and ways to handle it more open to the public, just to be announced like this is really concerning to me as a township trustee for my residents and our communities and the rural community of Lorain County. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Is that it?
That's it.
Wasn't Schlechter for both two?
I only have 2 slips.
No, there's 4.
Here. Will Schlechter?
Hello, Will Schlechter, Henrietta Township resident. First off, I respect you guys, and I appreciate a lot of good things that you've done for the county. So I'd like to recognize that. But I think with this sewer project, we might have to rethink about this. There's a lot of people that are just learning about this. And I hope as elected officials that you'll listen to them when there's enough people that are against this. I realize 1,000 people or 1,500 or 2,000 may not be enough, but when there's a lot of people that are not for this because we like our rural life out in the country, and we all know what sewers do to areas. They destroy them in our eyes. I mean, economically speaking, it's great because they create a lot of opportunity. But for people that live in rural areas and want to keep that rural way of life, there's no price tag on that. We grew up like that. We have generations and generations of work and toil on our soils that we don't want to lose. And the more pressure that's put on, yeah, we can keep our farms with these sewers, but has anyone ever driven down down 113 with something that's 16 foot wide on trash day nonetheless, with people trying to pass? I mean, there's several times I have to pull off the road because there's someone passing me while someone's coming at me. It's dangerous. And the more people you add to that, the more likely it's going to be for, farmers just want to give it up. And I think we need to relook at this. There's a lot of tourism that happens in that area. There's people that come out from the cities that say, this is so beautiful. We'd like to keep it like that. Let's rethink this a little bit and who wants to see a data center coming off the turnpike? Is that something that we're proud of? I don't think so. I mean, maybe other people see it that way, but we need to rethink what we want to be proud of in Lorain County. I don't want to see factories and, we're using all this water from our Great Lake and we're going to send it right back out there. What effect is that going to have? Because that water is warm. I don't know how much it's going to cool down by the time it gets to the lake, but is that going to cause an effect on the lake? I don't know if there's been a study on that, but that's something I thought of. In Europe, they're using that energy from the data centers to help heat other projects like buildings and such like that. And it's a little bit thinking outside the box, but I think as Lorain County, we need to think outside the box and create something that we want. Not because some big organization wants to come in and boost our economy. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
None. Thank you.
Is there any old business?
Old business, just a comment. We've been, several months ago, we endorsed and supported putting a 1/4% income tax on the ballot, which did not fare well on Tuesday, and we will begin budget talks. And it's a little disappointing. Maybe we lacked the education to get it done, and maybe we just didn't have enough supports by those that were engaged. But the one thing that continues to concern us as we try to be open about what we're doing, and we try to handle it at several or more meetings, we put out newsletters, but it appears that there was a significant group of people that felt that this income tax and defeating it was the pathway to express their concerns over the sewer, over the mega site, both of which are totally unrelated to the annual budget. So we will commence conversations with electeds and department heads over the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. And we will have to, go back to a budget that now is smaller than the budget was in 2016, simply because we did not replace a tax that was eliminated at that time. And those services are used by many of the people, not just the people who voted against the levy. Those services are used by a lot of the citizens of Lorain County. And the service delivery, in many cases, it will be impacted when you start talking about a 15 or plus percent cut in the staffing that it takes to make those things happen. So just a comment on old business, and I welcome anybody to contact the commissioners if they have questions about what's going to come next, or how this was, or my statement today. But I felt it was important to get everybody aligned in that capital projects like the sewer and economic development do not get funded out of the general fund. The general funds are day-to-day operations and services to the citizens, and that's what will be impacted by the 1/4% that it did not pass. Thank you.
Well,
Go ahead.
oh yeah. I was gonna save it for item 11. Yeah, I saw the 1/4% as, it's kind of was, I thought it'd be easier to tell everybody, if you support your local sheriff. I figured maybe with the anti-tax sentiment that's going on, maybe that would help. I took what happened on Tuesday a different light than others. I took it as a mandate that county government has to shrink. That's how I took it. I took it that the residents, 70%, gave us a mandate to say, live within your means. 70% of the people said to the 16 elected county officials that you're too fat. That's how I took it. The ask in July was $97 million to operate this county. That was the ask, $97 million. In July, at the end, when we voted to pass our budget, it was $82 million, which was the projected revenue from the county auditor. I've worked with our county budget director for years on this. We've always taken a look at a 10-year sample of what the county auditor tells us what we think we're going to get and what we actually get. It's usually averaged about 13% more because he's always being conservative. Last year's the first year he came close, within about 5%. So if $82 million, because I've gotten the phone calls from several elected officials staffing, and they want to know, because they know what we did. A lot of the public does not know because people find budgets boring. But what we did is we passed an $82 million budget. We're going to be having meetings. I talked to Commissioner Riddell, and I said, I think what we're going to do, I don't like the word hearings. We're going to have budget discussions with each and every elected official. And right here, we're not going to be up here. We're going to be on the same level. We're all going to sit at a table, and we're going to hash out how do we bring that budget down to more $86 million? Because as far as I'm concerned, 70% of this county told us that's what you got to live within. Now, out of our budget of the $97 million, 75% of that's salaries. So with me saying that, I'll let everyone else, the 16 elected officials, I'll let them figure out what that means. It means it's not going to be pretty the next 45 days. It means we're going to get beat up. But it also means I'm going to fall back on the public who said 70% of the people said no, live within your means, because they are, and they're being taxed to death. So I look at it this way. That 70% was a mandate to us to basically cut the government and also grow our economy, in which I have been talking for 4 years that the development should be closer to Route 2 and the Turnpike along Baumhart Road. I know we went out to Brownhelm Township, talked to them and worked with them on their land use plan so they can control the development, not the developers controlling them. And we've been working with Vermillion, and they're in that area, in order to say, look, you guys have a failed system of $76 million. It's closer to 100, I've heard. And we are all working together to figure out how do we fix that. I'm against data centers at the airport. I've never supported data centers. I don't like data centers, but I did get word that one is coming in. But it's along the eastern part of our county, not the western part. I was also told yesterday that it's going to be next to the prison. Hey, if you built a house and the prison's in your backyard, then I guess a data center is probably going to be a little bit better. I don't know. I don't have any control of that. Neither does this board, but Grafton Village does. And that's what they're working on, but I don't know how far along they are. But my understanding is the community is excited about it because there's a lot of benefits that the community is going to get. What are they? I don't know, because the commissioners are not involved in that aspect. But we are involved in the airport. In February, we'll be producing a master plan of the airport, which has not been done in 25 years. So that will be in February for those that want to see what that's going to look like. So we should be completed, I think, and right, Karen, about February? We'll have a public meeting in regards to that. So in order to correct the path that we're on, we need to grow this county. We're the second fastest growing county in the state of Ohio. Who knows what's going to happen in November of 26? I think we'll have a feel in July of 26 if the property tax initiatives that are being very aggressively pursued. That's why I brought it up today with the young lady that was here. I want to start showing people the effects of that. I think we're being overtaxed anyway personally on our property taxes as it stands. I don't know where it's going to end, but as a county, we have to decide, we have to protect, okay, how are we going to run our county? Right now, $25 million a year is what we receive out of the 86 million is on property tax. We can replace that, but townships can't. Villages can by imposing an income tax. We have the ability to do a sales tax. So that's what I took from the sales tax that did not pass on behalf of the sheriff. We have it's a $14 million shortfall. I got calls yesterday. I warned them to watch our meeting today. And like I said, if 75% of their budget salaries, they should know what that means. And it's not going to be pretty. And we're going to be having those public meetings so that you can see. We're going to have tables set up. We'll have microphones, and you can see how the county operates and how your elected officials, because they have to be accountable too. We're the budget authority, and this is the only time we have a say on who they hire and who they can't hire. If they're overstaffed or if they're not overstaffed. Are they understaffed? Well, you know what? Those are the discussions we're going to start having. So stay tuned.
Yes. And again, I think the commissioner's comments support the concept that we all need to get comfortable with. And many of us that come from a business world or an accounting world understand that, and others may not. It's like, would you take money out of your 401k to go on vacation? Because that's what happens if you take capital expenditure dollars and use them to balance a budget shortfall. The budget has to stand on its own legs. The jail will stand on its own legs, and economic development will stand on its own legs, whatever those legs may turn out to be. But the income tax was I'm concerned.
Sales tax.
Excuse me, the sales tax, I think, is going to be a very painful lesson in the difference between day-to-day expenses and capital investment. Move on.
Is that it? Okay. Under board business, number 9, approve and enter an MOU between the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Correction and Lorain County Board of Commissioners to employ the incarcerated persons from the Grafton Reintegration Center. This MOU is effective for 2 years and contains a 30-day cancellation clause.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Rondo?
Aye.
Number 10, amend Resolution 23-851 adopted December 12th, 23, extending a service contract with Medical Mutual of Ohio. Said amendment is to include a provision regarding shared services related to NICU services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Number 11, approve and enter an exclusive right to represent buyer tenant agency agreement with Cresco Limited. Cresco Limited will assist the county in identifying, valuing, negotiating, and acquiring the required parcels, ensuring compliance with Ohio law, public procurement standards, and applicable federal guidelines. This project includes but is not limited to a large single parcel of land, 80 to 100 acres, located on the west side of Baumhart Road and north of North Ridge Road. Parcel must be located in a Vermillion and Lorain County facility planning area and must have access to Lake Erie. Brokers commission will be in the amount of 8% of the total sales price of 8% of the total gross rent for the entire term the property is leased.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
You want to say, I know we're actually working with some other companies that are private companies that are looking to participate. I know in February, the city of Vermillion passed a resolution supporting our efforts. Brownhelm Township and us were speaking in regards to the area between Route 2 and the Turnpike, which is what this area is concerning. And as we all know, it will be going down Baumhart Road and eventually taking a left towards our airport.
So again, this is a case, this is for the sewer project, and the sewer project is not 100% connected to whatever economic development you may want to call it, a mega site or a tech park, whatever the name is you want to do it. But this sewer is critical to opening up the west side of Lorain County and goes way beyond whatever's being discussed or in controversy in New Russia Township. This sewer is critical to the lifeblood of the western part of the county, and it is critical to the choices that landowners there want to have. They want the choice to develop their land, either use it as they see fit or develop it as they see fit. And this sewer project will continue to proceed as long as we have the ability to do so, because it affects a large part of Lorain County and has impact on jobs and economic benefits to everyone in the county. And kudos to those on the west side of the county that are working cooperatively to get this project moving forward.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Community Development 12, awarding contract for Barbara J. Maley's at 4885 Greenwood Drive, Sheffield Lake, for grant assistance from program year 23, Lead Safe Ohio program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders, C&J Noble Construction Copley, in the amount of $33,220. This project includes installation of new soffits, fascia wrap, trim wrap, gutters, downspouts, windows, overhead garage door and opener, and HUD cleaning. 4 bids were received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications, and will be paid from program year 23 Lead Safe Ohio account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
13, award contract for John B. Turner at 45044 U.S. Highway 20, Oberlin, to receive grant assistance from program year 23 CHIP program, which includes a contingency for any unforeseen change orders, Silverleaf Contracting in Canton, in the amount of $16,500.60. This project includes installing new roof, gutters, downspouts, and gutter guards. 6 bids were received, this being the most responsive, complying with specifications, and will be paid from program year 23 CHIP account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Marty, if you're watching from your sick bed, 4 bidders and 6 bidders.
He's watching.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Dog Kennel 14, authorize Lorain County Dog Kennel to apply for and utilize a credit card in the amount of not to exceed $5,000 in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 301.27 for dog warden Andy Lobenthal.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Emergency Management 15, authorize Emergency Management Agency to apply for and utilize a credit card in the amount of $10,000 in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 301.27 for Director Dave Freeman.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Job and Family, 16, authorized purchase service agreement between JFS and Blades of Grass Landscaping LLC Oberlin in the amount of $40,000 for snow plowing and salting services. This is effective retroactive to November 1st of 25 through March 31st of 26 and will be paid from the contract services account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Rowe?
Aye.
17, Amendment Resolution 24559, adopted September 10th of 24, authorizing Neighborhood Alliance to provide shelter for adult protective services clients and or TANF household clients to be eligible residents of Lorain County. Amendment is to increase the contract for the period effective retroactive to October 1st of 25 through September 30th of 26 by $50,000 to cover cost for the final month of the contract ending September 30th of 25 for a new total contract amount not to exceed $280,000, which $180,000 is for TANF and $100,000 is for Title 20, and these will be paid from a TANF and Title 20 accounts.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
18, Amendment Resolution 24560, adopted September 10th of 24, authorizing Lorain County Safe Harbor to provide shelter for domestic violence victims and domestic violence victim families in Lorain County. Amendment is to increase contract by $25,000 for the total contract amount not to exceed $537,500 and will be paid from the TANF account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Sanitary Engineer 19, enter an emergency contract with Buckeye Pumps, Inc., Galion, Ohio, for the sanitary pump station railing replacement on the Telegraph Road Sanitary Pumping Station in the amount of $19,810. Emergency crews were able to remove and repair the pump, but the age and condition of the existing pump rail system would not allow for the pump to be reinstalled due to the parts are not available, as that system is now obsolete, and this will be paid out of the sanitary repair account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Solid Waste 20, entering a contract with American Paint Recyclers of Van Wert, Ohio for latex paint services for Lorain County Solid Waste Management District Collection Center. This was the only proposal received and is effective January 1st of 26 through December 31st of 27, with 2 one-year allowable extensions to be paid from the Solid Waste Commissioner's Health Contractual Purchase Services Solid Waste account.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Visitors Bureau 21, authorize Lorain County Visitors Bureau to apply for and utilize a credit card in the amount not to exceed $5,000 in accordance, it should say ORC 301.27 for Director Gary Gibbs.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. Some laws have changed this summer down in Columbus in regarding the use of funding with your Visitors Bureau income that we receive. That's the bed tax that you pay when you come and you visit the our county. And up until, I believe it might have been in the June 30th bill, that we as a board, and I'll be discussing this at the next Visitors Bureau meeting, if we can get support from them, we can actually use now Visitors Bureau bed tax money to help offset some of the funding required for the sheriff. And we can actually use it for law enforcement, for security, such as the Lorain County Fair. I asked the sheriff how much it would cost in order to, what he cost the county in regards to the security for that facility, and it was about $40,000. So this is the kind of work we're doing, taking a look at what we can do to generate funds from other than the general fund to help mitigate some of the expenses that we incur as a county. So we'll probably be coming back in about 3 or 4 weeks and asking this board on whether or not to proceed with that type of funding, since those are being paid from people that come and visit, not our local taxpayers. So just letting you know.
Anything further?
Nope.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Board of Elections 22, authorize Board of Elections to apply for and utilize credit card in the amount not to exceed $10,000 in accordance with the Ohio Res Code 301.27 for Deputy Director James Kramer.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're-
We've done, you'll see several of these. It'll probably take us another couple of meetings to get the rest of them as the individual units adopted. But this is a key component in getting our vendors paid. Our smaller vendors, we're waiting 7 and 8 weeks to get a check out of Lorain County. by using the Visa card system, what it does is it gets the vendor paid immediately, which helps us get our service and get the items, whether it's materials or service. And then the receipts are turned in and the appropriate paperwork is done. But the vendor's not waiting for payment on our paperwork, which seemed to be a continuing issue and very hard to make significant progress. So we're doing what the rest of the world's been doing for decades. We're using the credit card. The checks and balances have not been changed. The paperwork is still there. The accountability is still there. The difference is the vendor's getting paid so that we can run it, get more people to work for Lorain County, knowing that we pay our bills.
Because our reputation's not too good, so.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Domestic Relations, 23, amend Resolution 25-698 adopted October 21st of 25, approving and entering agreement with Title 4E, Federal Financial Participation in the amount of $1 million on behalf of Lorain County Domestic Relations Court Juvenile Division. Amendment is to reflect this agreement is with Ohio Department of Children and Youth, not Ohio Department of Job and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, everybody thinks that the county operates on 86 to 90 million dollars. It operates a lot more than that. Closer to 300 to 400 million. This is where a lot of the money comes from the feds, from the state, passes through. Most of that money comes to Job and Family Services, and our judges do a good job at getting grant money. This is another example of that, working with Job and Family Services, and I just want to at least let people know it's all we're trying to do, and what we're talking about today is operations, running the government. So, thank you.
Anything further?
Nope.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Under the Sheriff, 24, authorize Lorain County Sheriff's Office to apply for and utilize a credit card in the amount not to exceed $15,000 in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 301.27 for Sheriff Hall and Chief Deputy Zach.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
25, approve and enter an agreement with Granger Construction Company Columbus in the amount of $113,740 for pre-construction phase services for the correctional facility project. This will perform duties including but not limited to cost estimating, budgeting, value engineering, and scheduling consistent with the county's program, schedule, and current budget, and will be paid from the Q Construction Jail Professional Services account.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, for those that have been following, we've been pushing the preparatory work for a jail. The jail has to be built. It's not an option for the citizens of Lorain County. We just have to figure out how to get it done. The previous board set aside $20 million to fund progress for the jail. Those funds are being used. This is not coming out of our day-to-day money, but we are continuing, and the Granger Company will be providing our architect with real-world estimates for construction so that we end up with a building that is on budget from the beginning. Rather than design a building and come back and bid it out and find out that you're over budget, and then you have to go back and redesign the building and all those kinds of things. Current practice is to engage a contractor to work with the architect, pricing out the pieces and parts as they come together, seeing to it that we avoid going over the budget, or if possible, finishing under budget. So we're continuing in those legs, and while financing for the jail is yet to be determined, we believe that being ready for the jail, should any other additional state or federal monies be available for jail, if we are shovel ready and we have the drawings done and the jail designed, that we will move to the head of the line in terms of getting some outside funding for the jail.
Anything further?
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh, you do.
He shook his.
I'm still.
Well, you said yes to her.
Yeah, because I'm still debating what to say yet. I will give you, the bottom line is that was a 2-to-1 vote. I voted no to put the money in a savings account for the jail. What we're doing right now is hesitant on this issue today, but the more I thought about it and spoke to some people in regards to the project and our team, what we're in the process of really doing is getting it ready, as Commissioner Riddell just said, getting it shovel ready so that when the money comes up, we have gotten word that the state only allocates about 50 million for jails, which is nothing, when you talk about 88 other counties. But we have gotten word that probably next year or in the next 18 months, there's gonna be a lot of money, because we're not the only county that has issues in regards to the condition of our jail. So that's a given. So as he said, similar to the work we did 4.5 years ago, when we hired KEM to start working on the Baumhart Road project, the reason why that $67 million came is because not only the good work from the Mannings that helped us, but also our lobbyist, who was very essential in getting that for us. But we had the plans done. And that's why we were there. We had, like as Jeff said, he held up the paper and he says, we're ready to go. And the state of Ohio said, okay. I've gotten requests from communities within Lorain County saying, we need money for our water pipes. We need money for sewers. We need money for this. So I said, okay, where's your plan? How much do you need? If you can't provide that information, we're not even going to get involved. So how do you get to that point? Well, this is how you get to this point. So like I said, it's kind of hesitant. We are probably going to be talking about this a lot in May and June. And at that point, we'll have to have discussions on how to fund it, whether we're going to bond it out, whether we're going to ask for other forms of revenue. We'll see how much money we can get from the state, from the feds. It's going to be a very aggressive election year in 26, and I believe we'll take advantage of that. And we'll take advantage of that with our elected officials at the state to get them and twist their arms to give us more money. And so that's the kind of work, but you can't really do that if you say you need the money. In order to do that, you got to say, here's our plan, here's our cost, and we plan on doing it on time and on budget, and here's how much money we're going to participate in. That's how you get money from outside the county. So I'll be supporting this, even though we'll have discussions on how to pay it. That's going to be fun. So, because I think it'll be interesting. Let's just say that. So,
And again, for those that wonder about the necessity of a jail, I encourage you to watch Channel 19 News last night. They did a 2-week series on our county jail. They went out and took a tour of it. And if you want to save yourself the time and so forth of going to the jail to see it, they did a good job of showing the condition of the jail. And it doesn't matter how we got here, we're here. So watch it. It's a very interesting episode, other than the 60 seconds of the interview of yours truly that's shown on it. That part, that part you can skip. But they did do a good job of surveying the condition and so forth of the existing jail.
yeah, I think you guys were quoted at $115 million. What I thought was amazing to me is Channel 19 said that's a lot of money when they're sitting there looking at Cleveland is $750 million is what they're spending for their jail. So the first time they presented it to us a year and a half ago, it was like $190 million for our jail. So our team has been beating it up and getting it down to what we need, not what other people want. And that's kind of what our team has been working on, so, no.
I think one last comment that unfortunately the TV missed that's very important to me is that the jail is not for the people that we thought it's for 20, 25 years ago. There are people there with total disrespect for the law. They've been there for a long time. They will continue to be there as they await trial and on their way to prison and so forth. But in that jail also is our family, our friends, our neighbors who have had either mental or drug or alcohol issues, have gotten involved in a crime. They need to be adjudicated for that. They're in the jail right now in the very same dorm rooms as those people that we would not want any of our family or friends to be near. So not only is the condition of the jail such that it's unsafe for the staff and the inmates, but it is also not consistent with today's theory of taking care of those people that have tripped over the law and found themselves in trouble, but do not need to be with or treated like the person who's in and out of jail 7 times in their life. So I encourage you to stay in tune on the jail. It's something that every citizen should want.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
County Administrators.
I will echo your comments and with regards to where we're headed and the positive approach that we're taking about and the open part of it in the community letters that are being sent out almost quarterly to keep everybody involved. It's certainly out there. There's a lot of information in that newsletter that does go out by the county commissioners on an ongoing basis with information. And I applaud you for moving forward on all these projects that we are. It's for the economic development that we're going to bring to the county. And growth is going to happen whether we like it or not. We just want to help the communities grow appropriately. And because the farmers, in most cases, those homes out there, they're farmland that they've sold their frontage off. And there's going to be more and more of that because a farmer can either have homes or farms. And if their kids don't want to farm, they're going to have to cash out someplace along the line. And we can't control that. And I have no other further update from the administration, but I applaud this group, this commissioners, as we try to move forward and to help everyone grow appropriately in this county and in the region. Thank you.
Okay. I didn't put it on here, but county offices are closed on Tuesday regards to Veterans Day.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. And
Green
then
light day?
green lights from November 4th to the 11th.
Yes.
But yes. And then Thursday, November 13th at 8 o'clock will be the Visitors Bureau meeting. Board correspondence.
Move to the reading of the board correspondence.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Is there any new business?
New business.
Oh, yeah, we do, don't we?
We do have a resolution tonight. It was not, we didn't get it in time for the,
Does she have it, or?
yeah, you want to put it up? Just for those that want to read it? But we've had to discuss and approve bills for a lot of legal things over the last 2.5 years that I've been here. And today is a great day because we received word last week that the county was, the ruling in the Barilla Tomlinson case was made in favor of the county. And so we find ourselves exiting one of those with the exception of there's a final hearing to evaluate and determine what to do with legal fees. And so what you see before you is a resolution so that we're appointing Commissioner Moore, who has been around since the beginning and been involved in the beginning of this case, to represent all three commissioners so that the three of us don't have to go spend a day in court. Two of us can continue to do the work of the county, and Mr. Moore can go handle the representing the county and the settlement of the fees and so forth. But it's timely, so we needed to add it to today's agenda because there'll be discussions starting as in the first part of next week. So I move to approve
You
the
want me to read it?
resolution.
Whatever.
In the matter of authorizing Commissioner David J. Moore to represent on behalf of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners to speak on the case relating to State of Ohio XRL James v. Barilla versus J.D. Tomlinson, case 24 CV 211-488 in Lorain County Court of Common Pleas, whereas case number 24 CV 21-1488 relating to State of Ohio XRL James v. Barilla versus J.D. Tomlinson, Lorain County Court of Common Pleas is requesting commissioners to speak. Now therefore be resolved by the Lorain County Board of Commissioners that the commissioners give authorization to Commissioner David J. Moore to be the representative for the Board of County Commissioners relating to this case.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion.
Good luck.
Well, yes, in essence is if there's more than one commissioner there, it becomes a public meeting. And so therefore, if we were to participate, all three of us in a meeting in court, then we'd have to notify 24 hours in advance, and it would become a public meeting, a public discussion. This way, the board is allowing me to at least negotiate on behalf of the board. They know how I feel about lawsuits, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure they don't get a dime, but I'm showing my hand, look, she's shutting her eyes like, don't say a word. My problem is I usually just open my mouth and change feet, but we'll see what happens on this one.
Don't show your cards when you play poker.
Well, this is basically about legal fees and how much money they want. That's how I see it, and I'm not happy with it. So I'm the one to go, because I'll be the one
Yes.
advising everybody.
Anything further?
No.
Commissioner Dow?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Anything else under new business?
No.
Public comment?
Public comment. We'll go in reverse order. Mr. Schlechter, would you like to speak first? Do you have anything additional that you wanted to say? No, thank you. Okey-doke. You checked public comment part, so that's why I was asking.
I realize there's two parts. I didn't
Oh.
think about it and say something.
Okay.
Well, we're so transparent, we give you 2 bites at the apple.
Appreciate that.
Rita Canfield?
I'll reserve my comments for another day.
Thank you. Eric Flynn? You're good. Thank you. Thank all 3 of you for being here, and thanks for your patience in dealing with our process. You did well. Thank you.
I move to go into,
Adjourn.
no, I want to go into executive session
Yeah,
in
we
order to.
adjourn to go into executive session.
She's saying no. We're recess.
Recess.
Yes.
That's the word I'm looking for.
It's Friday. I move to
Been a tough
recess-
week.
Recess into executive session for the reasons mentioned from our lovely Teresa. How's that?
Oh, thank you.
That's my motion.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Dow?
All right.
Commissioners have reconvened from executive session.
There being no further business, the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.